Hello, welcome to Liz Rocks and Stuff. I'm Liz. It's time to see what's in my tumbler, episode 36. Starting off with Catdog on Fire, that is finished this week, coming out of stage 4. As I'm going to just let this play, I have some housekeeping stuff to go over today. First of all, long video today because I have this tumbler is coming out of final polish. So I started a new barrel as well, and all of my other barrels went through a burnishing and advancing in their stages as well. So it's a little bit of a longer video today, and I apologize for that. I tried to shorten it as much as I could, but there's just too much that I need to include. This is now going into burnishing, so I am going to put in my borax here. Also, I did want to bring up, I had a migraine when I filmed this, so there are some weird things that happened, particularly around spoons for my grit. So I don't know what was going on yesterday, but the migraine didn't help. So I'll point out those little things that happen. Bear with me. The filming was done while I was really not feeling great. I'm feeling better today, so the editing and the voiceover are hopefully going to go better, but we'll see. So anyway, burnishing cycle is done on this batch. Getting them all rinsed off and ready to show you kind of how they turned out. So after I rinse them off, I'm going to move everything out of the way, and I am going to just take out all of the rocks first. So I'm sorting these out by type so I can get a better final shot of this. So in here, this was Catdog on Fire, which is Cheetah Jasper, also Tiger's Eye. There was a little bit of labradorite in here, fire quartz, and some other miscellaneous rocks that got thrown in at various stages, but there was other jaspers. So this is the top down. You can see these are completely dry at this point, so you can see how shiny they are. That's the Cheetah Jasper. Looking nice. There's the 3 pieces of labradorite. To the left there are some agates. I think that's moonstone, and the big piece is a beryl. That's the tiger's eye. The red stuff was my polychrome jasper. There's some agates in here. I think those are onyx. The black things there are onyx, and there's the fire quartz as well. I'm going to pull out some individual stones so you can see them too. That's a close-up of some of the cheetah jasper. Yeah, all those spots. Looks really cool. This is a close-up of the fire quartz. And if you look really closely for like half a second, you can see a flash right there. That was labradorite, and then this is the tiger's eye. And so that's all done. Now on to the obsidian that's going into stage 3, well, coming out of stage 3 and also going into stage 3. As previously stated, I have multiple batches of this going. I'm trying to keep them all at the same stage. So this is the first batch in stage 3. So we're going to get these rinsed off, and I am going to burnish them because I do want them clean before I put them in their water storage. I don't want to just dump these in like I do my other rocks. They are glass, they will break. So I am just carefully placing them into the barrel, and then I'm going to pour the tumbling media on top and add the water, and now add in the borax so we can get it all clean and get those going in their burnishing cycle for a few hours. And I am also trying to see, there's at some point the spoon for my borax got lost. And I don't know at what point it got lost, and I had to go find it again. I have no idea what was going on yesterday. Anyway, so it's coming out of the burnishing cycle here, and then we're going to get all this rinsed off, and then we're going to switch this out for the other batch that has only been through stage 2. So once these come out, I'm going to get there's a towel, so I'm going to pull these out onto a towel just so they can just be out of the way for a minute. So we're going to go through here. So again, this is Snowflake Jasper and Midnight Web, Snowflake Obsidian and Midnight Web Obsidian. So then I'm going to pour roughly half of the media in the bottom. And then I have a cup that has the other batch of obsidian, and I am going to carefully sort of pour those in there. I feel better dumping them if there's media in the bottom of the barrel because it's a little bit of cushioning instead of it just hitting the, you know, hard surface of my counter. So that's why I went ahead and did that. But anyway, so I do need a little bit more media to fill this up. And luckily I had some left over from the batch that just finished. So I'm going to get a handful of that and just put that in here. Still, the barrel was full enough, but there's too much water. So I actually ended up pouring out some of the water just to make it not too watery, because if it's too much water, it's not going to grind very well, but not enough water and it doesn't grind either. So it's kind of a balance, but not really. So anyway, those are the stage 3 rocks that are ready to go into stage 4. I'm putting them off to the side in water so that they can be stored. And yeah, there's the wrong spoon. I don't know where that spoon, I know where the spoon came from, but it took me a minute to actually find the right spoon for my borax. And then that spoon, I believe, was from the stage 3 grit. So anyway, that was weirdness number 1 with spoons and grits. All right. But that sort of worked out now. Anyway, get this all buttoned up and it is ready to go into stage 3 for a week. And now the Bahia Agates that are in stage 2. The slurry is looking weird. Like 3 of my slurries were just black this week and I don't know why. And that one was really thick for some reason. Whatever. They're all doing okay, so I'm not worried about it. Slurry. Just, there's a whole range of what your slurry can look like and it's still okay. So I'm not worried about it. It's just weird. But dumping these back into the barrel to do the burnishing cycle. Adding my water in. And now the borax. 3 tablespoons because I'm doing a burnishing or cleaning. I think there's a difference between burnishing and cleaning, but the process is exactly the same. So when you're cleaning it, you're just trying to get the grit off, but when you're burnishing it, you're trying to get it to get a little bit extra shine. But you do it exactly the same way, which is why I sort of interchange those terms. But anyway, so look at that chunkiness there. I don't know what was going on. But anyway, they're done burnishing. Get them rinsed off. And now I'm going to do an inspection like I usually do to make sure that things are going well. Now that rock had a chip in it I was not happy with. It was a little bit sharp. So I put it to the side. There was also another piece towards the end that also had a giant chip out of it that I don't remember being there before that I wasn't happy with and didn't want to move on. So I did pull out a couple of pieces to send them back to stage 1 for another round to make sure that they're not going to, that piece right there had a big chunk out of it. I don't know if that chunk has been there, but it bothers me now, so it got sent back. Once we get everything into the barrel, we are going to top it up because it is not full enough. So again, I have some media that I just finished using on my Catdog on Fire, so we're just going to dump that all in there to help fill this barrel up to where it needs to be. And so water, and then we're going to do borax, and stage 3 grit. So the Bahia Agates are moving into stage 3. Oh, another bit of housekeeping I forgot about. So I turned my barrels off over the holidays. There's just too much going on. I don't want to have to worry about them. So there'll be a video out next week on the rock tumbling. But there might be a week or 2 of filler videos. I do have at least one video that I'm going to put out that is not rock related. So look out for that. If you just want rock content, you might need to skip like the New Year's, the video that comes out the week of New Year's. But we'll see. Anyway. Cheetah Girls. So this batch has just, I'm struggling to find words. It has had an identity crisis. So I'm putting anything that's stage 2 worthy on the counter, but I know that I have a huge cup full of stage 2 ready rocks. So once it got to the point where I knew I had enough stage 2 rocks to start a stage 2 barrel, what you're going to see me do I'm not sure when it happens, but I'm gonna do a swap. So we're gonna watch me sort through these, and now I'm like, okay, I have enough stage 2 rocks for a barrel. So that's a stage 1 cup I just pulled down, dumped the stage 1 rocks in it, and now stage 1 rocks are in the cup, stage 2 rocks are going in the barrel. So I'm gonna finish sorting through these now, and then I'm going to start a stage 2 barrel. And it is no longer going to be Cheetah Girls because I don't think there's actually any Cheetah Jasper in it. It is actually some of the leftovers from Catdog, and which did include Cheetah Jasper, but it's more than just the Cheetah Jasper. It's a lot of other stuff too. So this barrel got moved into stage 2 and also renamed again. So it started out as Catdog, but not on fire, I think. And then it got changed to Cheetah Girls because it was just Cheetah Jasper, and now it's going to get a new name. But first we're going to scoop some borax with the wrong spoon, the wrong measuring spoon, and it's important to keep your measuring spoons straight because you don't want to cross grit. It got crossed with borax. It's not a huge deal, but yeah, like I don't know what happened with the spoons just being in the wrong place. I need to reorganize, I guess. So anyway, these are going into stage 2, and now it is called Catdog Season 2 because it is a continuation of Catdog. And this is stage 1 soap burnishing cycle, and then we are going to put it into stage 2. So get these all rinsed off and ready to go. And we'll see what I think is the final weirdness of grits in a minute. But so I didn't inspect these because these were inspected before they were ready to go into stage 2. So I know that there's no chipping in here. I wouldn't have moved them on if there was. So I don't feel the need to inspect them individually at this point, but I will before they go into stage 3. So yeah, that's why I'm not doing my usual inspection here. But yeah, so there's my borax going in there, and now it's time for stage 2 grit. I open the container and there's no spoon in there. And I can't figure out why there's no spoon in there. I'm digging in there seeing maybe it's sunk down to the bottom. I don't know what's going on. I'm looking for it. I can't find it. And then I realize that's my stage 1 grit. Luckily, I realized that. And my stage 2 grit's right here with its spoon, like it's supposed to be. Like I said, I had a migraine. I was not feeling great. I don't know what was going on. Maybe don't tumble rocks when you don't feel great. But anyway, that was almost not a great time, but we got it worked out. That's actually stage 2 grit in there. I have stage 1 grit all over my fingers now, which doesn't feel good, but it's all right. I got it all cleaned up, and now this is stage 2 for Catdog Season 2 going into stage 2. And now my new barrel, what am I putting in it? All my beautiful tiger's eye that I have now managed to find. So that is the regular brown tiger's eye that I've had for a bit. A couple of pieces have already been tumbled through, but I still had some left over. And now this is the red tiger's eye that I got a few weeks ago. And then also I'm putting in the blue tiger's eye. If you saw my unboxing video from not last week, but the week before, you know that I finally found blue tiger's eye. That's what it looks like. I'm excited about this batch of rocks. I love tiger's eye. It's one of my favorite rocks. And I just found out recently that it comes in different colors. So, yeah, I am tumbling gold or brown, whatever you want to call it, red and blue tiger's eye together. And I needed some filler in there, so I'm putting in some of my little chippy filler rock. And then this is going to start in stage 1. So it looks a little full, but remember there's some space down at the bottom that wasn't filled up that filler rock is going to go into. So that's why I left it a little bit full. It'll be okay. So now I have my borax. This is stage 1 where it should be, not in the correct barrel here. Get that all buttoned up. And this is going to go on the barrel for a week. So reminder, next week I am going to be shutting my barrels down for the holidays. And so they will start back up after the New Year's. But I have a couple of videos I think I'm going to try and get through, so at least I'll be posting every week, but it's not going to be rock tumbling necessarily. We'll see what it is. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great holiday.